My wife's side hustle pays our mortgage, and I'm pretty sure I don't want to know what it is. Look, I always thought my midlife crisis would involve a questionable sports car or maybe taking up woodworking. Instead, it's been ushered in by a much more terrifying prospect: my wife's inexplicable and definitely fraudulent-seeming cash flow. My name is Darren. I'm 30. I live in a decidedly okay suburb of Buffalo, New York, and 2 months ago I joined the illustrious ranks of the restructured, laid off, let go, given the all-career complimentary parachute. My wife Gloria is a receptionist at a local dental practice. She brings home after taxes roughly enough money to fund a serious Starbucks habit and maybe half our grocery bill. My severance ran out last month. By all accounts of logic, basic arithmetic, and the grim financial blogs I've been doom scrolling, we should be circling the drain. Our mortgage on this 1,200 square foot slice of the American dream is $1,800 a month. Add utilities, car payments for our 2 sensible but used sedans, insurance, and the ever-bottomless pit that is feeding and clothing our 2 kids. Ben and Lily Gloria's salary is a decorative sprinkle on a mountain of debt. I've run the numbers on the back of envelopes in elaborate Excel sheets titled Despair Model 3, and in my head during every 3 a.m. panic attack. We should be underwater. We are not underwater. We are, inexplicably, cruising on a freaking yacht. It started small. The usual panic eat of ramen and frozen pizza didn't happen. The grocery cart still had name-brand cereal and fresh fruit. Then our decade-old water heater gave its dramatic final performance, flooding the basement. A $1,200 replacement and installation paid for in cash, no problem. We had a little in savings, sweetie, Gloria said, waving a hand. We did not. I managed our savings, which was a $500 buffer we'd kiss goodbye to every time a tire needed replacing. Then came the treats. It was a Friday night, the kind where I'd usually be serving breakfast for dinner, eggs and toast. Gloria breezed in, her smile a little too bright. No cooking tonight, I'm beat. Let's get delivery, not pizza. We're talking the fancy farm-to-table $12 for a gourmet burger place that gets delivered in biodegradable cardboard. The kids cheered. I felt a cold trickle of dread. The next weekend, it was a spontaneous trip to the movies, complete with the ridiculous concession stand loot, the kind of purchase I used to wage a 10-minute moral battle over. My treat, she'd sing. The following Tuesday, a brand new, expensive-looking winter coat for Ben appeared. Got it on a crazy sale, she chirped. The math wasn't mathing. It wasn't even trying to math. It had packed its bags, moved to Tahiti, and was sending back postcards laughing at me. I approached her one night after the kids were in bed, the sound of some true crime podcast about financial crimes playing softly in the background, which felt on the nose. Honey, I started, trying to sound casual, not like a forensic accountant. This new rhythm, the take out the coats, I love it, don't get me wrong, but your overtime at the dentist's office is Dr. Schwartz paying in gold fillings. She laughed, a tinkling sound that didn't reach her eyes. She was scrolling through her phone. Oh, he's had me doing a ton of extra billing and scheduling for the new ortho department. It's adding up, plus I've been crazy frugal with the grocery budget. I had seen the grocery receipts. She had bought organic raspberries in February in Buffalo. This was not frugality, this was the spending pattern of minor royalty. The wall went up. It was invisible but more solid than the one our suspiciously new water heater was attached to. Anytime I circled the conversation back to money, she'd deflect with a kiss, a change of subject to the kids' school project, or a sudden deep fascination with the weather forecast. They're saying more snow, can you believe it? The unspoken message was clear. Drop it. This is where I, Darren, a formerly rational man who once prided himself on his 401k allocation, began my transformation into a paranoid, internet-dwelling detective. My office became the couch, my uniform sweatpants, and my mission, crack the case of the profligate receptionist. My theories evolved, each more unhinged than the last. First, the dental drug ring. The most straightforward. Dr. Schwartz's practice was a front. Gloria wasn't scheduling root canals, she was moving product. The new ortho department was a code for a distribution network. Those little latex gloves, perfect for handling contraband. It explained the cash, the secrecy, the odd hours. I spent a week studying her behavior for signs. Did she have a new nervous energy? I even casually asked if she'd ever had to handle special shipments for the doc. She looked at me like I'd grown a second head. Like composite resin? Yeah, Darren, all the time. Then the OnlyFans or cryptic online empire. The digital age option. My wife Gloria, maker of excellent peanut butter sandwiches, had a secret online life. I began scrutinizing her social media. Her Instagram was still just photos of the kids and sunsets. Too clean, a decoy. Etsy, she said when a mysterious heavy box arrived. Selling some old jewelry. The box didn't rattle like jewelry, it thudded. What did she need that required a thud? A ring light, a high-end microphone. I checked our router history, just a lot of Pinterest and Netflix. But the frontrunner, the one that made my stomach turn to stone, was the soap opera classic. The benefactor, a sugar daddy, or worse, a sugar boss, Dr. Schwartz with his perfectly capped teeth and his BMW. Was this the real extra billing? The image would flash unbidden, Gloria laughing at a joke I couldn't hear, her hand on a suit-clad arm that wasn't mine. It explained the secrecy, the guilt, the financial rescue. It painted me not just as unemployed but as a charity case kept in the dark. This theory had a visceral, emotional weight the others lacked. It didn't just scare me, it humiliated me. Life became a thriller where I was both the paranoid protagonist and the helpless victim. Every detail was a potential clue. The phone whisperer. One freezing night I saw her through the kitchen window, huddled on the back deck in just her sweater, phone pressed to her ear. She was speaking intently. When she turned and saw my silhouette in the window, she jumped, fumbling the phone like it was a live grenade. Her smile when she came in was a masterpiece of forced calm. Just finalizing some details for the spring cleaning fundraiser at the practice with the suppliers. Suppliers for a fundraiser, sure. The Uber Eats conundrum. The delivery riders became my personal harbingers of anxiety. Our doorbell now chimed with the regularity of a clock tower. It was never just pizza. It was sushi from the place downtown. It was artisanal donuts. Each ring was a $50+ ding on a credit card that should have been maxed out. The aura of unflappability was the weirdest part. The pressure should have been crushing her. Me jobless mopping around the house, bills looming. Instead, she seemed lighter. There was a glide to her step, a secret smile that played on her lips when she thought no one was looking. It was the genuine energy of someone who had solved a problem, my problem, and that terrified me more than any angry creditor ever could. The dam had to break. I planned it. I'd wait until after the kids were at school. I'd make coffee. I'd be calm, supportive, non-accusatory. I had a whole speech. Gloria, I love you. The weight of this secret is heavier than the weight of the debt. Whatever it is, we'll face it together. Just tell me. The moment arrived. We sat at our kitchen table. Sunlight streamed in. Honey, I began, my voice impressively steady. We need to talk about the money. Her smile was ready, the deflection loaded. I told you the overtime, Gloria. I reached across and took her hand. It was cold. The overtime for a dental receptionist does not explain the DoorDash, the new furnace guy, the coats, the everything. The math is impossible. I'm not angry. I'm scared. Please. What's really going on? Her eyes for a fleeting second filled with a storm of emotion, fear, guilt, defiance. She opened her mouth. The doorbell rang, not the soft chime, the aggressive, insistent buzz 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 of someone leaning on it. We both froze. The moment shattered. Her face shut down completely. That'll be the courier for the fundraiser supplies. She pulled her hand from mine and practically fled to the door. I sat there listening to the murmur of voices, the sound of a heavy box being dragged in. The truth, which had been so close, receded back into the shadows. The unspoken words hung in the air. You don't want to know, and I can't tell you. That's where I am now. I'm living in a financial uncanny valley. Our life looks like a slightly upgraded version of the one we had before I lost my job. The exterior is all normalcy, soccer practice, parent-teacher conferences. But the substrate, the wiring is all wrong. Every comfort is suspect. Every meal out feels like a tacit agreement to a pact I didn't sign. I'm applying for jobs with a frantic, desperate energy, not just for income, but for the right to look my wife in the eye again without seeing a secret. I need to be the provider, not the beneficiary of whatever this is. So, I'm trapped. Do I push harder, risk blowing up my marriage to uncover a truth that might destroy us? Or do I accept the mysterious manna, this shame-tainted comfort, and live with a question mark where the foundation of my family's security should be? All I know is this: in the story of my life, I've suddenly become a side character in my wife's much more interesting and much more terrifying secret plot. And the next chapter scares the hell out of me.